Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see how to access the surface elements corresponding to each of these pressure objects. So as you know, when you insert a pressure in mechanical, it inserts a surface 152 elements in the background. You can look at that information in the solver output. For example, you can click on the solution and then you can click on the worksheet, and if you look at material and elemental information, you see that surface 154 elements are being created and there are two material IDs corresponding to each of these pressures. Okay, now how do I retrieve this using ACT script is what we are going to see. Alright, so the first step is to solve your complete analysis so that all these elements are being created in the background. Now let's first try to access this solution entity using ACT. Okay, now the first solution is nothing but your mechanical solution type, and now we can access the solver data by using first solution dot solver data. Okay, and now let me try to access this pressure object. For example, I want to know what is the surface 154 elements corresponding to this first pressure object. All I need to do is first let me access the first pressure object by getting the object by name pressure. Now if I look at what's inside the pressure object, it should be the mechanical boundary condition pressure. Okay, now what I can do is access the solver data corresponding to this pressure object, which means solver data dot get object by data this pressure object. Okay, now all that I have inside pressure object data is the solver data corresponding to this pressure object, and now I get the element type corresponding to the pressure object. So what I do is pressure object data, which I have already created here, dot surface element type IDs. Now since I know the surface element type, so this it is 2, and since I know the surface element type here, I can retrieve the nodes and elements corresponding to surface element type. So all I need to do is solver data dot node IDs by material IDs, which is nothing but your element type. And now when I try to run this, I store it as surface element nodes, and the same I can do it for elements. So surface element type, I pass it through solver data dot element IDs by material IDs. And if I query what's inside the surface elements, I get to see. Okay, so now we have retrieved the nodes and elements corresponding to exactly this pressure load object. Okay, the similar thing can be done for pressure 2 as well. You just have to follow the same step to obtain the nodes and elements corresponding to this pressure 2 object. Okay, so now in order to verify this, I'm trying to insert a user-defined result. Okay, what I'm trying to do is create a worksheet. This, I know that element type 2 is what I'm interested here. So all I'm trying to do is create a user-defined result, and I say element type 2, and then I say pnum_lm, which means the element number there, and I try to evaluate, and you see this element number is being printed here. So instead of element name IDs, I'm going to type as element type IDs. Okay, so that I know that it's going to, okay, so this is the pressure and this is where we apply the pressure, and these are the element numbers. I'm going to export it to a file so that you know you get the element numbers being printed to an CSV. So you can compare this with what you got here in the 2731, 2732 to 2671. So that's exactly what you got here. Thank you very much.